Welcome, guys. My name is Alex. This is my 2024 Mustang GT Fastback. It's the base model, but today I'm going to be talking about my experience owning the car, my pros, my cons. It will be featured in here. First, we can come to the front of the car, and we can take a look at the car. The front end is probably my favorite part of the car. Well, one of my favorites. At the moment, it's dirty. I washed it yesterday, but now you got water spots and bird poop and stuff. But my favorite feature of the car is the pony. The pony, you're able to get bronzed and I'm pretty sure blacked out. But of course, mine is a base bottle. Mine did not opt in for it. Moving on to the hood, you have the hood louver. It's actually functional, like the SS. I'm glad it's not sealed off. You can even feel the heat coming out of here. But besides that, the headlights are also cool. Moving on to mid area of the car, I like the quarter panel. I like the fenders. I like the fact that they put side markers on. I like it because my Camaro SS had them. So not only that I like the look on that, but now I like the look on this. I do have the base model GT's wheels. Personally, they're not my favorite. That's one of the cons. Of course, it came with a wheel lock and a wheel lock key set for the car. Profile wise, I think one of my favorite features of the car is the 50 badge. The 50 badge just stands out. You don't really need much. It's really simple, and in my opinion, it's one of the eye catchers whenever you're looking at one of these S650s. Now, the exterior, at the color is vapor blue metallic. This color is new to the S650. As far as I know, it was not on the S550. My personal opinion on it, it's a really good color. I like the color. Blue, I never thought I'd ever go blue, but I myself used to have a Camaro SS with the Nightfall Gray. I like the Nightfall Gray. I was aiming for the gray, but we got the vapor blue. I'm not upset, but the color is growing on me. Now coming back to the rear end, it's pretty dirty. It's probably the most you could ever notice of the car at the moment. A lot of people complain about how the rear end is pushed inwards. Personally, I think it's good. I think it looks good. I don't really have any negative comments on it. But one thing is, I did want a blacked out lid here. Maybe we could have had a blacked out lid here in the back and then have like a silver GT logo stand out. That's my idea on it. Other than that, another comment about the base Mustang GT. I do not like the wing. I am going to be honest. I do not like the wing. That's my personal preference. A lot of people like it. Some people take it off. I know I've seen one or two people on Facebook groups taking it off, and they installed the RTR deck-licked spoiler. However, I like the performance package spoiler. The step stool, as the dude from Mac Hike mentioned it. I like that spoiler. I'm just waiting for RTR or somebody in the aftermarket scene to release one so I can install it. Well, we can move on to the engine bay. So now, from the engine bay, we can go to the trunk. So now we're here at the engine bay. We do have the dual throttle body setup. This comes OEM with S650s. One of my favorite eye catchers for the engine bay is the carbon fiber engine cover. I like it because I've never really ever had some piece of carbon fiber in one of my cars or something that looked like carbon fiber. Eye catcher is a 5.0 badge on the plastic, and of course the dual throttle body setup. A lot of people are going with the K&N setup on here, which I believe is like $600 to like $800. Honestly, I don't think it's worth it. It's probably like 10, 15 crank horsepower added. I did remove the carbon traps though. It took me 5 minutes to take both out. I was at work, so I basically just took the housing off, the air filters off, disconnected some lines, and then I took the tubing off, grabbed a screwdriver and some pliers, and I just took them out. Yeah, this is the engine bay. There's not much to it, of course. Everything's still OEM, but now we can move on to the trunk. Now, moving on to the trunk. Trunk-wise, I think it's a lot of room for a sports car. My Camaro SS didn't have that much of room. So when I saw this trunk space, it was alright. You know, I wasn't tripping. Got my work bag here. If you can come here, you'll see, if you get closer, you'll see that there's a spare here. Honestly, I have never had a spare in a car. I've had 3 cars in total: a 1986 LS Z28, a 2017 Camaro SS, and of course this, my 3rd car. I have never had a spare until now, so I don't know how to feel about it. I would take the spare out, add like minus 30 pounds, 20 pounds. But then yet again, I don't want to get a flag, get stranded. Just between this week, I was hauling a bed cover liner to my house from my job. I had to put both back seats down, but it fit really well. So honestly, I can't really complain. It's wide enough to get things in and out. It's when you put the back seats down, it's long enough to put long stuff in there, like that bed cover liner. Now we can move on to the interior. Now, don't mind the interior, please. It's kind of dirty. I have 4,000 miles on the car, so I try to wash it here and there. When it comes to the dash, you get 2 LED screens for the base model. Premiums are 1 screen. To be honest, I don't mind the gap between the screens, and I don't really have much to complain about them, other than them being, a screen. Because preferably, I like analog gauges. If you can come here, you can tell it's the base model due to the plastic door trim here. Then the screens, of course, the screens are a big giveaway. And the base models come usually with cloth seats. This one, however, has a mixture between leather and cloth. It's part of the package, the dual climate zone package. Honestly, it's a pretty nice car. It's a really nice package for this car because you get the comfort side and the sport side. Now, as you can tell, the back seats, not much is put back there. Only a couple things here and there. They aren't as dirty as the passenger and the driver's side. We can go to the passenger side and take a look at it. One thing I would say is that it feels way more spacious than the Camaro SS. My passenger seat retracts way further than the Camaro SS, but like it does not lean back all the way. Can't complain about that. Sports car, of course. If you come here and look at this, one of my favorite features on the passenger side is the Mustang logo on the dash. I like it. Yeah, I like the way it looks, And honestly, the door panels look good to me too. I believe they have a really good pattern to them. There's not much I can complain about it too. The Camaro says did not have that much to it. Now, talking about the car, I bought the car back in November. I have 4,000 miles on it. There's not much I could really say on it other than I did the first oil change at 3,000 miles. Other than that, the car's been good. I feel like the car has come alive. I feel like the car has come alive within the 1,000-mile range. Of course, after the oil change, I don't know why. I don't know how. However, I feel it more responsive. I feel her quicker. However, I feel like I need something to make it a little bit louder. Maybe an axle back or a cat back. Same friend was trying to sell me his axle back. I'm thinking about it. Just because for $300 more, I could buy the MBRP cat back. However, exterior wise, I think the car looks good, looks amazing. In my opinion, it could use better wheels and it could use a better spoiler. However, we are not complaining about it at the moment, just because it's just for daily driving at the moment. However, whenever we do lean into building the car to a performance car, spoiler will be gone, wheels will be gone. We'll probably be dropping 2 inches. Cosmetics wise, that's about it. Performance wise, we'll be getting long tube headers, a full catback exhaust. Hopefully we'll be getting a couple bolt-ons here. I know I need to buy that catch can so I can keep that maintenance good. Also, we'll be trying to lean into E85, see what we do about that. But of course, we would be leaning into it after, people start tuning the car and stuff. I'm not sure whether they're closed or not as of in this date. Other than that, this car has been amazing. It's been treating me well. I've had one issue with the car. It went into limp mode. I had to cruise all the way down to a gas station and park there, check the car out. However, as soon as I turned the car off, checked it out, went back in within like the same minute or two, went back in, turned it on, the service light was off, car was acting perfect. My guess is that I misshifted into, I think it was 3rd gear, 4th gear, and that caused it to go into limp mode. Other than that, the car's been fine. It's been shifting good. Nothing that will, make me worry about the performance of the car. But yeah, car's been good.